Hello friends, this is Growl, and welcome to Wafflecat Weekly number 45. We are recording this live after waiting for many hours for the server to come up for the delayed 10-hour maintenance, but that's okay. We needed the vault to cook. We have what I'm hoping is going to be our biggest vault ever. We managed to do a 20 key on every one of our alts. We're also coming off the back of some buffs to all of the healers in the 10.05 patch. So hopefully we can start doing some 20s on our alts and gearing them up. But first, we open with our paladin. After we open all the vaults, we'll talk about the affixes. Things don't look so good, but that's okay. Just gotta believe. We'll check our loot spec because we were doing some crazy stuff last week. Hmm. $421 chest with speed. Very unfortunate that one of our other vault items was a 415 tier piece. However, we still want to hold on to this because we still want to catalyze this eventually. We don't want to take 2 tokens instead of this, but a disappointing first pull for our paladin. Bam. Alright, on to the next one. Our monk. There's a lot of monk copium in the air. I'll be honest, I read through the monk patch notes, and I don't even understand what that ability does. And I don't think anyone else does either. So I think we're just going to have to wait until Meg logs in and explains the ability to us. Hopefully she has a video ready. The healer that I'm most looking forward to, I think, is Disc Priest. So if I do end up playing an alt for any amount of time, it'll probably be my priest. Alright. We are in Mistweaver loot spec. We are a lone 392 item level. And no, man. A haste versus a neck. This is not what we want. We already have a lariat crafted too. Man, I think we actually take tokens. This is a tragedy. This was supposed to be our biggest vault ever. Maybe there's some world where we take this, but we're on tilt. We're on tilt. So we're taking tokens. We didn't even get a lot of tokens. We just got 2. It cooked too long. The vaults have, well, let's not say anything bad yet. We still got 4 more vaults to open. All right, next is our shaman. We are in elemental loot spec. I don't think it matters too much. There's not any good healing trinkets that I really like to go for from dungeons. And Sharp Eye Chest Guard. Almost the exact same spot our Paladin was in. We go from a 415 to a 420. We'll take it. We'll take a 420 piece that we can catalyze, but it is quite unfortunate. The good news is we have a Court of Stars key. It is a tier piece that we can catalyze, guys, but, you know, our poor alts don't have basically any tier, so. Alright, now on to our new main, our Disc Priest. No, not our new main. Anytime I make that joke, people in the comments go wild, so I can't do that. Uh-oh, it looks like some add-ons are broken. My details is not stuck together and I can't open my character panel. My priest is 397. I have a decent weapon. I think I have 1 tier piece. We're hoping for... Well, yeah, we'll go shadow loot spec. And another neck. Man. And my old neck has 900 haste on it for disc. Dude, this is a tragedy. This is an absolute tragedy, man. I'm actually going to take tokens on this guy. I don't even want this neck. This is a disaster. It's alright, we're saving up our vaults for our Evoker and our Druid. We'll open Druid first and then Evoker, only because the servers just came up and I'm worried about hopping between servers. Alright. Our Druid has had very good luck with vaults. Items that our Druid needs. We need Mythic trinkets. We need the Mythic Broodkeepers and the Mythic Incarnate icon. Our rings are good. Our boots are fine. Could maybe use a belt or a cape, but none of those are that important. Maybe use shoulders. We have not killed Mythic Razageth yet, so I don't think that loot is on the table, except for the tier. My UI weak auras seem to have broken, which I'm a little bit worried about here. Hopefully that isn't too big of an issue. I mean, honestly, what else do you need aside from Decurse and Barkskin? Alright, let's check our loot spec. Let's go... Oh, my talents are reset. That's probably right, actually. Oh, we have a nice Wowhead article to talk about, too, if this is true. Alright, let's just open it. So here's the thing, is I want the Broodkeeper's trinket, but I'm going to get it eventually. It's going to be really hard for me to get a feather. I think I'm going to start opening it in balance in hopes that I get a feather, maybe. I don't think it matters too much. I don't think it matters too much whether I open it as balance or whatever. Maybe we can high roll a feather. Not that that is that important. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh boy. So our raid looks junk. We have a crit mastery cape and the Senarth trinket. Our loot from Mem Plus, a chest that we already have, bracers with avoidance. Okay. So now we have the choice between Eye of Skovald or bracers with avoidance. This is a tough one. I can catalyze the wrist to the other stats. Is that true? Can you go haste, or can you get haste verse on the wrists? Haste verse avoidance wrists are pretty nice. I feel like I'm just not going to use this. Because I already have a whetstone with avoidance. This is a tough one. Dude, avoidance is so good, though. Avoidance is so good. 187 avoidance. Follow my heart. I think my heart says take avoidance. My heart says take avoidance. I know you guys want me to pick the Eye of Skovald and pad, but look. I already have a 415 whetstone with avoidance. And I think whetstone is better on single target anyway. I think I made the right decision there. I think I'm pretty happy with my decision here. Alright, Halls of Valor 24, which is very bigly nerfed. Alright, last character. Honestly, our Druid has pretty good gear. We can't get any big improvements on our Druid. But let's check out our Evoker. Our Evoker needs an item bad. Our Evoker has had a couple not so great vaults. Alright. So we need... Why do I have a ruby whelp shell? We could use a Broodkeeper's trinket. We could use a big ring that doesn't have a bunch of mastery on it. We could use tier pieces. We need tier pieces badly. We have a 421 shoulder here that we can catalyze this week. So we really need a helm or gloves tier piece. That's what we're looking for. We are in... Do I want preservation? I'm going to go devastation. We'll try and high roll a trinket. We're going to get Eye of Skovald again. Alright. Here we go. We only have heroic raid pieces though, so this is mainly a 3-box loot here. Oh, there's some items in here. There's some items in here that look like there's some good items right now. There are some items that look like some good items that we need. So in raid we have a one-handed mace that's junk, a tier helm with speed, and tier shoulders. And our... Dude, look at this vault right here. So we have a offhand that's 421, gloves, tier gloves, and a 421 staff. 421 staff, but I have a 411 heroic staff with leech. I mean, I have to take the gloves. I have to take the 421 gloves. We take the 421 gloves, we tier our shoulders. Well, it's not just leech. It's not just leech. It's the Broodkeeper staff. The Broodkeeper staff is pretty nice. Also, dude, I just need 4-piece on this guy. I just need 4-piece on this guy. I think we're taking the gloves. And I think we're going to tier our shoulders. And then we have 4-piece. And then we're chilling. We can always get another weapon. And our best weapon is going to be the Broodkeeper staff anyway. We need these 421. Yeah, the staff is short term. Alright. Easy choice. Do the raid. Well, the problem is I can't bring my Evoker to Mythic raid yet. Alright. So we have 3-piece, and then this will be our 4-piece right here. We have a 421 from the vault. Alright. So there's our vaults. Let's talk about some stuff. So first, before I forget, I do want to talk about this right here. I haven't even read this yet. This was just leaked 1 second ago. Chat doesn't even know about this one. Blizzard has announced that score awarded from depleted Mythic Plus keystones over 20 has been significantly nerfed. The score will be awarded to depleted keystones will give a Mythic Plus rating as if the dungeon was a 20. Yeah, we wanted to award partial Mythic rating credit to recognize the skill and effort involved and to encourage groups to stick together, right? Which I think is totally fine up to 20s. But at the very high end of the system, we've heard feedback that sometimes the best way to attain further rating is just to deplete keys, right? Go slow, deplete a key by 6 minutes. That's not how the game was intended. The game was intended to finish within the timer. You should be punished greatly for not getting it in time. In terms of your score. With loot and all that other stuff, I don't really care. But when it comes to your score, you should not rely on depleted keys for score. Unless you're like just starting out. So I like this. This is a great change. Some players may drop rating. Oh shit. Better start timing your keys, guys. Alright, so that's cool. On top of that, we have the weekly affixes are fortified, bolstering, storming, and thundering. I've been hearing a lot of doom and gloom about these affixes. However, bolstering has been improved greatly over the last couple expansions. I don't think bolstering is that bad. There are certain areas where bolstering is very, very frustrating and will slow you down, but I am so sick of explosives, man. Get me out of explosives. I will be very happy playing this week. This is a very frustrating week for tanks, I will say. Having to deal with routing around bolstering, having to deal with storming. I have a feeling that there's not going to be very many tanks that want to play this week. But at the same time, remember, we're gearing up. They just nerfed a lot of dungeons. They just buffed a lot of healers. So I think there's definitely opportunity to push keys. This is not like a take keys off week. Unless you're like, you know, in the really, really high end. So I don't think this is that bad. I don't think this is that bad. To be honest, has there been a bolstering week yet in Dragonflight? I don't know if I can even give some advice or some recommendations on where bolstering might be a problem. Because I don't think we've done bolstering yet. We'll have to wait and see. The weekly quest is time walking. If you're still looking for those normal raid pieces. It is also a Spark Week. So you can go to the 5th challenge of tier over by the Engine of Innovation and grab that there. So that's it. That wraps up our vault opens this week. We also have the 10.05 patch. I will be hopefully coming out with a video going over my thoughts on some healers, but I kind of want to try them out and actually see before I talk out of my ass. Thanks for watching, friends. Good luck in your vaults if you haven't opened them already. And happy keying.